So I just want to start this video off by saying, I won't say that I never knew somebody so spiteful or so vindictive. I can't say that I've never known anybody that bad because this has always been the person. So I just want to fill y'all in on the tea of how somebody texted my husband, and I'll fill y'all in on the tea of who it was. Somebody texted my husband. It was 2 days before we were supposed to get married. So fiance at the time, now husband. And a little background on the situation. It caught me by surprise. Like in my head, I'm just like, I'm not doing anybody wrong. I'm just living my average life, doing what I'm doing, which is just breathing and existing. But never forget, there's always somebody out there that want to see you fall. There's somebody out there that is always anticipating, just waiting for your downfall. And usually the person who's doing that is not happy themselves. They want your world to fall around you the same way that their world is falling or has fallen or is falling around them. So let me tell you what the message said, and then I'll fill y'all in on the details. So I had just got my nails done for my wedding, and my husband texted me and he's like, do you know who this is? And he sends me a screenshot. So the screenshot says, hey bro, I don't know you, but you're marrying a girl you don't really know. She doesn't take care of her kid, and she tried to ruin my military career when I was overseas. Oh, move. Oh, and she used to be a stripper. So immediately I go try to search up I go try to search up the page, and I can't find the page, bruh. I can't find a page. Okay, boom, obviously it's somebody that blocked me. So then I start to question, whose military career did I ruin, or whose military career did I try to ruin? As I thought harder and harder and harder about it, there was nobody's. Like, I married one person that was in the military, and that was it. Like I really was sitting there like, whose military career did I ruin? I didn't recognize the profile picture because usually ugly people keep, they face hidden or whatever in profile pictures. So I posted it on my private story, and I was like, can somebody help me try and figure out who this person is? And as soon as I posted it, multiple people was like, oh, that's old dude. Old friend. She knew the guy because she used to be friends with an old friend of mine, and it's actually her boyfriend. So I never spoke to this dude. I never met the dude. So the only logical explanation is she went through his account to message my husband. I was like, because if you go through recent videos, this is the same person. This is the same psychotic person. I was like, once again, I did nothing to this person. I just got my distance from this person because I realized that this person has not grown and is very toxic and would lead me astray off of the path of healing that I was doing. So I chose not to engage with this person anymore, which I have done multiple times before. And instead of me, I had the thought that, everything, gonna be copacetic, like there was no bad terms, nothing like that. And then I forgot who this person was, and all she did was remind me. So multiple people are texting me, DMing me, and they're like, this is so-and-so. And I'm just like, but why? Like, what would this person get out of messaging my husband, telling my husband that I don't take care of my kid and that I was a stripper almost 6 years ago? 6 years ago, actually. I forgot it's 2026. And then when I realized who the person was, the ex friend that I had, it's in recent videos, I'm gonna have to tag him. I was like, okay, we have a psychopath on our hands. I already told my husband, I was just like, I've always had this one big hater in life. This is the hater, but you don't have to pay any mind because she isn't gonna do anything stupid. I don't talk to her anymore, and that was that. But I should have known, because when I got pregnant and she threw eggs at my door, all because I stopped talking to her, I should have known, but I wasn't thinking about that at the time. Like, I'm in my own world. I'm in my own lane. I'm just doing everything that I normally do in life. And then I'm happy. I'm waiting for my wedding, waiting for my honeymoon, etc., etc. Didn't think anything of it. So anyways, to get back on track. So I told my husband, I was like, you can reply if you want to, just don't antagonize the psychopath. Because when you egg on psychopaths, you give them the entertainment that they want, then they're going to continue. They're going to keep on going. They're going to keep on going. And I was like, the last thing that I want to do is antagonize a psychopath, because I'm not going back and forth. Like, my own eye opener was when I got pregnant. I was like, I'm not going to go back and forth with a complete psychopath. So I told my husband, I was like, you can reply if you want to, but obviously she's been watching, your stories. She's looked you up. She's been watching your live. She's ultimately fascinated. She's ultimately fixated on my life. It's become a strange, very, very strange obsession. So this is what he texted her back. After I told him who it was, he was like, it's sir, and really means a lot, this fake ass message about someone that doesn't concern you at all, which is me or her. Secondly, she must have been a great stripper because you still thinking about her, Rachel. And without due respect, you need to stop the obsession and get a effing life and mind your own business. Don't get shit twisted. I might be or look whatever, but you don't fuck with my family. I don't know why. You don't F with my family, and she's a better mom than you will ever be a human being. So enjoy this beautiful weather. And that's my husband being nice. That's him being nice. So, and he told me, he was just like, I'm going to be nice and yada, yada, yada. Just tell her to leave me alone. And I was like, yeah, you could block her if you want to, but she's known for having a dozen accounts so she can watch her prey. So, and of course, it didn't take long until she texted back. And she said, look, jackass, you're about to marry a mentally ill person. You're about to find out who she really is. She's on pills and shrooms every day. And who is Rachel? Your soon-to-be wife is and always will be a hoe. She has nothing of her own. Ask her who bought her that dusty-ass car that's about to break down. Ask her why her autistic daughter is never around. Matter of fact, ask her why her daughter's autistic. Ask her why she's never left the job she's at now. Then y'all met off a dating app. She met her baby daddy off a dating app too, and got pregnant within 1 month of meeting him. And what family you don't have no kids with her dumb ass? Hold on, I lost where I was. She's only marrying you for what you have. And no, you don't get shit twisted, because I'll never be a sick ass human being like she is wishing death on people. Now you have a good day. So I was just like, hold on. So at that moment, I was just like, okay, I told him about everything that happened in the past, so it's not like this was such a big surprise. You're gonna hear her in the background. It's not like this was such a big surprise, but I mean, of course, it's still gonna be a shock, because it's like, it don't matter how old you are. I mean, I'm still scrolling on social media every day, seeing grown people, seeing our politicians, seeing our governors, senators, people of royal origin still fighting over the internet. But like I said, I made the decision years ago that that's not what I was going to do. If I'm going to come on here and make videos and speak my piece, that's fine. But I'm not going to be texting back and forth. I'm not going to be subtweeting or sharing videos or I'm not going on Twitter. I'm not going on Instagram. Like that old beef that was going on in high school or right out of high school. I'm not doing that. And came to the conclusion that I'm not doing that. So after that, I told him, I was like, it doesn't matter what you do now. All it is enticing. It's going to make her even more unhinged. And I was like, the last thing that I want to do is deal with somebody that's unhinged. Somebody who puts trackers under people's cars and watch them in other states. These these are things that I've seen. Throws eggs at doors. I'm not going to put myself in that situation, especially as a mother. Because a lot of people in this world don't see limits. And I see that all the time too. A lot of people in this world don't see kids. They don't see any type of sick family members. They don't see anything. All they see is red. All they want is blood. And with that being said, that results in their veins popping out of their heads and them trying to blow up my phone. So yeah, back to the story. So like I told him, it don't make any sense to do anything. It don't make any sense to say anything because she's just going to keep on to the behavior that she's doing. So I told him not to say anything. I was like, you don't even have to block her. Just let her watch because she's still going to watch from other accounts too. And me and my husband's, all of our pages are public. Like, I'll take that back. Actually, one of my pages are private for this exact reason. My other YouTube channel for this exact reason. Because no matter what I do, no matter what I say, and no matter the kind of life that I live, I have a true psychopath in my life. It's getting to the point to where if it keeps building and building and building, there will be a restraining order. There will be some type of legal action taken because it's unhinged. So I figure the least that I could do on my end is not entertain it, not pay any mind to it, because of course it didn't stop there. But that's just what I do best. I don't pay any mind to it. She is intrigued by the tripod. No, stop rubbing your face on the tripod. And then to try and talk about my daughter in the same situation. Mind you, this was her a couple of years ago. It's why I chose to keep my distance from this person. Because to wish anything on a child, you automatically going straight to hell. I don't even have to break it down any further. I don't even have to explain myself. But that's the route people chose to take. Won't fix my lips to sit for 4 hours, 4.5 hours, in 1 hour, 30 minutes even, to sit and talk about somebody that I don't even know anymore. Like, it just gives fixated, unhinged psychopath energy. That's all that it feels like. And when it comes to a situation like that, you exit left or you exit right, whether you have a kid or you don't have a kid. But for the sake of your own mental health, because you know you can move, because you know you can take it there, you know you can take it further, you can take it to hell and back. I'm not even doing it. But when it gets to a point where people are threatening to come into your job, your husband's job, knock stuff over, threatening to find out where you live, follow you home from work, like that stuff that goes into a stalking or harassment investigation. So what I do on my part, if anybody watching this, you have anybody like this in your life, do not pay no mind to people like that. Do not pay no mind to people like that, because eventually it will come to a day, honestly, whether you pay mind or not, it'll come to a day where that person is going to hurt themselves so much in life. That person is going to be crippled so much in life because they didn't move on and keep walking forward. And I honestly feel bad for people like that. I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of family that watches my channel. And I tell my close friends and my family, regardless, if anything happens to me, this person did it. Because I want them to know genuinely that there's somebody who's so infatuated with what's going on in my life that they want to harass and stalk and fixate on everything that I have going. I could have won the lottery and there would have been a 5-hour vlog about that. I could pop out another kid and there's going to be a 10-hour vlog about that sent to my phone. I'm nobody watching that. And there's no reason to even send it to my phone. Nobody's watching that. A lot of things that people know about my life, I tell them. I am not a secretive person. So when she did text my husband and tell him all of these things as if he didn't know, like he don't have access to my cellular device, like he don't have access to my YouTube, to my socials, like he can't look at my social media and see, like, the things that I've done in my past. I don't know how I'm supposed to be ashamed about that. I will never truly understand what's going on in somebody else's head. I never will understand. And I honestly don't feel like it's made for me to understand. All I know is as long as I stay in my lane and make sure I'm at peace, I make sure everything in my life is at peace, and that I'm doing everything that I can do as a mother and as a wife, I'm perfectly fine. So with that being said, I'm going to tell my subscribers and to go in the folder, the harassment folder. If anything happens to me, this person did it. And if you've ever been in a similar situation, comment below on how, you dealt with it. I don't know anybody else that goes through something like this, so I honestly don't know who else to ask. I'm about to ask TikTok in a couple of, I don't know if this keep going on any longer. I'll turn it into a TikTok series. So I'm getting back used to video diarying my everyday life, and mind you, that happened November 12th, I believe, 2 days before my wedding. And situation has then escalated to what it is now. Even if you aren't entertaining or poking a chihuahua, because that's what they are, chihuahuas. Even if you aren't entertaining or poking the chihuahua, psychotic people and people who are obsessed and fixated, they don't stop at all. So with that being said, be sure to watch out who you befriend, even at a very young age, because that person will grow up to envy you for the rest of your life because they want your life. I don't know. But thank y'all for watching, and I hope y'all subscribe, and I hope y'all like, and I hope y'all comment.